Streets of Fear presents Chicago, Queens of Hearts. They say the Carter sisters were untouchable. Denise, Simone, and Erica, the queens of the South Side. All three were intelligent, beautiful, sharp, and ruthless. They ran the illegal gambling scene on 79th Street with an iron fist. They were known for their beautiful skin and sexy bodies. Men fell at their feet, hoping for a glance, a chance, anything. But the sisters didn't get involved with fools. But then he showed up. The warehouse was buzzing that night, the air thick with cigar smoke and tension. Poker, dice, whatever you could gamble on was happening, and the money was flowing fast. In the corner, a black man in his early 30s was cleaning out every table. He had this cocky smile, perfectly lined with dimples, and short hair with waves so crisp it looked like he spent hours perfecting it. The kind of man who didn't just know he was handsome, he thrived on it. "That him?" Denise asked, nodding toward the guy as she adjusted her sleek black dress. Her signature gold chain glinted under the dim overhead light. Simone leaned on the table, chewing her lip thoughtfully. "Yeah, Damon, or at least that's the name he gave. Showed up around 10. Hasn't lost a hand since." Erica, always the one watching from the shadows, crossed her arms and leaned in. "Nobody's that lucky. He's either got a system or he's cheating. Either way, he's bleeding this floor dry." They were the queens, and their pride wouldn't let anyone, especially a man, walk out with more than they came in with. "Invite him to the back room," Erica said, her tone clipped and calculated. Simone grinned. "He won't see it coming." I stood near the back door as Damon swaggered past me, his smile still in place. His black leather jacket was worn just enough to look cool, and the way he moved screamed confidence. He didn't flinch when he passed the Carter sisters, even though I'd seen tougher men lose their composure around them. The private game was set up quickly. Just the sisters and Damon at the table, stacks of cash piled high between them. The dim light above them cast long shadows on the velvet tablecloth, the air growing heavier with every hand. "You're good," Simone said, her voice sugary as she leaned in. Her long flowing hair fell over her shoulder, her charm dialed up to maximum. "But are you good enough for us?" Denise chimed in. Damon smirked. "Guess we're about to find out." The cards were dealt, the stakes rising with each round. Erica kept her poker face like a statue, her eyes never leaving Damon's hands. Denise made small talk, but it was clear she was watching him like a hawk. Simone was all flirtation, her laugh breaking the tension when Damon took another pot. He won every round. By midnight, they were down by tens of thousands, and the sisters' frustration was barely masked. "How about one more game?" Erica asked, her voice smooth and cutting. Damon sat back, his hands resting confidently on the table. "What's the buy-in?" "Everything," Denise said, leaning forward. "Your winnings tonight, our cash, winner takes all." Damon grinned, his perfect teeth glinting under the light. "I like the sound of that. Deal me in." The atmosphere shifted. Erica dealt the cards with a strange precision, her movements almost ritualistic. Damon noticed, his eyebrows raising slightly, but he said nothing. The sisters exchanged subtle glances as the final hand began. "I'll start," Damon said, revealing his cards, a royal flush. A satisfied smile spread across his face. "Guess the queens are out of luck tonight." But Denise didn't flinch. She turned her cards over, another royal flush, identical. Damon froze. "That's impossible." Simone chuckled, her voice low and dangerous. "What's the matter? You believe in luck, don't you?" Erica leaned in, her eyes gleaming. "This isn't just a poker game, Damon. You're playing against the best." Damon sat back, the cocky smile slipping from his face. This ain't right. Nobody can rig a hand like that." Denise smirked, flipping over another card from the deck. The ace of spades gleamed like it was alive. "You've been winning all night, haven't you? Maybe it's your turn to lose." Simone whispered something under her breath, her hand brushing across the pile of money. Damon's eyes widened as the cash seemed to shimmer, the air around it growing hot. "What's going on?" he demanded, standing up, his chair scraping loudly against the floor. "You see," Erica said calmly, We don't just deal in cards and dice, we deal in souls. The room dimmed, the single light above flickering wildly. Damon tried to move, but his legs were rooted to the spot. "This game was over the moment you walked in," Denise said, her voice a blend of honey and venom. Her braids seemed to writhe like snakes, her grin widening unnaturally. "And now, we're collecting our winnings." Damon's scream echoed through the room as shadows wrapped around him, pulling him into the depths of the table itself. When the room went still again, the sisters laughed, their voices rich and triumphant. The money glowed faintly before it faded, now undeniably theirs. "Men always think they're the smartest ones in the room," Simone said, standing up and adjusting her hair. "They never learn," Erica added with a wink. As they gathered their newfound fortune, Denise turned to me and smirked. "Clean this up, T. We've got another game tomorrow." They called themselves the Queens of 79th Street for a reason. You didn't play with them, you played for them. Damon learned too late that with the Carter sisters, the house didn't just win. The house never loses.